देख लीजिए आउटलाइन आपकी। ये है प्राइम मिनिस्टर नरेंद्र मोदी, एन मोदी लगाया है। अनवील, ट्रांसफॉर्म, ट्रिलियन, ट्रिलियन डॉलर से ऐसे आएगा। ब्रेन स्टॉर्मिंग, एस्पायर्स और नीति आयोग, नीति बना करके लगा दिया, नीति आयोग हो गया। और उसके बाद है आपका ये नाम है अजय बंगा, टिम कुक, ब्लाइंड, लोकसभा, प्लेबुक। ये पर्सपेक्टिव होता है लेकिन यहाँ पर प्रोस्पेक्टिव है, इरिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ अर्नेस्ट। और ये है आपका आउटलुक, टूवर्ड्स, काउंटेड, कमांड्स, आउटपुट, लार्जेस्ट, लार्जली, स्टिकिंग। ये लास्ट पर स्टिकिंग लाइन पर बनाएंगे। और स्टिकिंग के बाद है मोबिलाइजेशन, फिगर थ्रू द लाइन, विजिबल थ्रू द लाइन, कोalition, ट्रिकियर। ये है नेविगेट, चैलेंजिंग, सर्टेनिटी, मिनिमाइजिंग लाइन पर, माइक्रो लाइन से ऊपर। और ये क्रिटिकल ऑन द लाइन, ये स्पेशली है। प्रोडक्शन, जीलस, वाला ऐसे लगाइए, टैक्सेशन लाइन से ऊपर। स्प्लाइसेस, मिडल, जैसे मिडल बनाए, इनकम ऐसे लिखते हैं, इन के साथ के कम। और आपका मिडल इनकम के बाद हेस्टनिंग, abundant, intervals, recalibrate, black swan, SW सर्कल, बड़ा सर्कल बना है ऐसे। laudable या laudable, scenarios, advisable। और ये है वारंटेड, वारंटेड, एडवाइजेबल। ये थी आउटलाइन। आप लिखेंगे डिक्टेशन। ये एडिटोरियल है, इसमें थोड़ी दिक्कत होती है तो इसमें फास्ट नहीं बोलूँगा, ठीक है। आप बाद में फास्ट लिख सकते हैं। स्टार्ट। In early 2024, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to unveil a roadmap to transform the country into a developed nation with a $30 trillion economy by the time it completes 100 years of independence. The Vision India at 2047 plan, as it is officially named, has been in the works for nearly 2 years, with officials across ministries brainstorming on how to take the country from its current level of development to where it aspires to be. The Niti Aayog, in the process of giving this vision document a final shape, will soon run its central ideas and goals past top minds across sectors, including World Bank President Ajay Banga, Apple Chief Tim Cook, as well as Indian industrialists and thought leaders, to fine tune them and factor in any blind spots. Coming ahead of the Lok Sabha election, the plan may well be viewed as the government's policy playbook promise for prospective voters. But irrespective of electoral outcomes, future governments would do well to keep an earnest outlook towards the broad agenda. India's rise from 1991, when it accounted for 1.1% of the global economic output, to the 3.5% share it now commands as the world's fifth largest economy, has been driven by governments of varying political hues, largely sticking to the reform and liberalization agenda. Blips in the pace and vigor of reforms have also been visible across governments, including the present coalition independent regime, especially on the trickier changes needed in factor markets such as land and labor. The final plan should have some ideas to help navigate such challenging reforms and ensure policy certainty for global investors keen to bet on India's growth story, minimizing the government's role to that of an enabler rather than a micromanager is another detail that would be critical, especially as some recent decisions have marked a hark back to habits of the past, be it production linked incentives, import licensing, or overtly zealous taxation. A stated focus area of the vision document that splices its action points and outcome goals into two periods, 2030 and the 17 years period from then till 2047, is to ensure that India does not slip into a middle income trap a few years from now. That requires hastening the long pursued structural shift in the economy from farms to factories and arresting a widening trend of income inequality. While the 5 year plans have been abandoned, the 2047 plan must be revisited at suitable intervals to recalibrate goals based on evolving global trends and black swan events. Aiming for a high 9% growth rate between 2030 and 2047 is laudable, but factoring in alternative scenarios and changing course when warranted is also